the Eddie Bauer High Route Grid Fleece Half Zip Mock. That's a mouthful, but I'm going to review it. Welcome back to Life in My Shoes Reviews and Such. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Eddie Bauer High Route Grid Fleece Half Zip Mock. First, I'll tell you about the purchase. Then I'll tell you about the product as described by Eddie Bauer. And finally, I will tell you about my thoughts and opinions on the product. As a caveat, this is not a sponsored product. I did purchase this product on my own, so my reviews are my own and do not need to be filtered through anyone. First off is the purchase. As I mentioned, I purchased the Eddie Bauer High Route Grid Fleece Half Zip Mock, and I purchased it in the color of indigo, the blue. There are multiple colors available. This happened to be the color that I chose. I purchased it in an extra large tall. Again, one of the reasons that I do purchase from Eddie Bauer is because of their offerings in the tall, which I atypically need in their tops. From a cost perspective, this top retailed at $99.99, but at the time of purchase, it was on sale for $69.99 online. I was able to leverage some sales, etc., and was able to get it at $29.95, which included shipping. And now let me tell you about the product as described by Eddie Bauer. Lightweight grid fleece is the perfect combo of low bulk, high warmth, and maximum comfort that you want in a premium mid-layer for outdoor activities. The FREEHEAT polyester spandex offers 4-way stretch, and the soft grid-like texture on the interior allows excellent air circulation while keeping you warm. Features include half zip with a mock neck, FREEHEAT polyester spandex fabric, thumbhole sleeves, secure zip pocket on the left chest, a drop tail hem, and a classic universal fit. The materials are 95% polyester, 5% spandex. Now let's talk about my thoughts and opinions in 5 categories: fit, style, materials, value, and then overall, which is a quick summation of the previous 4. First is fit, and let's talk about the pros. This is a roomy yet snug top, and what do I mean when I say that? Really, it allows for some minimal underlayering, but it also allows for overlayering. So I am allowed to put some minimal levels underneath this, a t-shirt, maybe a long sleeve t-shirt, but then it's also snug enough that I can wear a jacket or a coat on top of it. As a neutral, this is on what I would say the shorter side of tall, but it is still adequate. Now let's talk about the styles, again starting with the pros. Off the top, this blue is a go-to for me. I'd be lying if I didn't say that this color, the navy, the indigo, the dark blue, is not a predominant color in my wardrobe. It is, and as a result, this top will go great with my entire wardrobe. Next is the thumb holes. This is something that the 3 recent purchases I've made from Eddie Bauer all have the thumb holes, and I really like having those. Again, this is nice in the winter months when it gets a little bit cooler. Again, in the southeastern United States, it doesn't get that cold. I do really like that feature. The chest pocket. Now, I'll admit that I rarely use the chest pocket, but it is nice to have on those instances when I do need to use it. I mentioned it before, I am out in the southeastern United States. It is a bit ironic that I am reviewing a winter/fall top in the summer months when it is currently 85, going to be 90 degrees this week in my area. But atypically what happens is towards the summer months, the winter items go on sale on Eddie Bauer, and towards the winter months, the summer items go on sale. So I continue to watch their sales, thus the reason. But in the southeastern United States, because we don't get way cold, with the exception of the crazy weather we had this last winter, this could be almost all I need for a jacket in the winter. So it is like a jacket-like wear. Obviously it's a pullover, so not as easy on and off, but it could be very jacket-like in its wear. And then finally, I really do like the drop tail hem. Now, I mentioned it is not as long as some of the other stuff, but it is adequate. The drop tail hem definitely helps provide a little bit of that additional length that I would be looking for. And as a neutral, this is 100% on me. What I've learned from this and the previous top that I purchased from Eddie Bauer and reviewed is that I find that I do prefer more of a quarter zip than a half zip. The half zip goes a little bit deeper than I would atypically unzip. I do like the quarter zip. I think that probably is the optimum zip depth that I would be looking for. And now materials. Let me tell you, immediately upon trying this on, I felt the warmth that this top provides. In fact, even wearing this right now, I am starting to sweat because it does provide a good bit of warmth. So it is a little bit thicker than the last top I reviewed. Probably is similar to the jacket that I purchased that I didn't review, but they are all part of that high route line. So it's interesting that the different thicknesses they have, but this one is a really thick and warm top. Additionally, the materials that it is made of are very stretchy and accommodating. Now, I said it would be a good overlayer and a good underlayer. That's because it provides a good bit of stretch. So I don't have a lot of concern putting stuff under it, and I don't have a lot of concern putting stuff over it because it is a stretchy material and accommodates very easily. Now let's talk about the value. Before I do that, let me give a big caveat, which I think I've provided before. Why do I purchase from Eddie Bauer? Well, there are two primary reasons why I purchased from Eddie Bauer. One is Eddie Bauer offers tall, and I have to buy tall tops almost exclusively. I can guarantee that if it is not a tall, if it's not designed with a little extra length, it is going to be too short and become awkward when I wear it out in public if I ever have to lift my hands above my head. Two, Eddie Bauer creates quality product. I have items in my wardrobe today that are anywhere from 15 to 20 years old that I've had from Eddie Bauer that are still in great and usable condition. So I know that while I may often talk about the price of the products being a little bit high, the value is also high. So it kind of gets me justification for purchasing on the more expensive side of things. So that's my reason why I follow and shop at Eddie Bauer. So let's talk about the value pros. One, Eddie Bauer runs frequent discounts. So you need to be subscribing to their emails. You will get alerts anytime they run a sale. They run them quite often, anywhere from 40 to 60%. Two, as a customer and someone who frequently purchases from Eddie Bauer, I have created an account with them and have created a rewards account with them. So Eddie Bauer does track your purchases, and based on the amount of your purchases, does over time give you additional discounts towards their product. So with their sales and their discounts, you can find reasonable purchases on their website. So let's talk about the cons when it comes to value. I already mentioned it, but Eddie Bauer is atypically on the higher side of retail. Your starting point is definitely going to be higher than most other places. Again, the value being that you are buying a more quality product, but it is going to sting the pocketbook a little bit. At the retail value of $99.99, this top was way overpriced in my opinion. The sale price online at the time of purchase of $69.99 was getting closer. I think it was still a little bit high, but the price of $29.95 that I was able to get it for, in my opinion, was a steal. So I think your value of this is somewhere between the $69.99 and the $29.99. And finally, my overall assessment of the Eddie Bauer High Route Grid Fleece Half Zip Mock. The pros are this top is warm, instantly noticeable when I tried this top on. 2, the materials are very stretchy, which promotes the accommodation of underlayers and overlayering on top of this. And I've mentioned it before, this is a good overlayer and a good underlayer. And then finally, the cons. Eddie Bauer is a little bit more on the pricey side, but if you leverage some of their discounts, you sign up for the rewards, you purchase with them, you can get really good deals on some high quality product with Eddie Bauer. And there you go. That is my review of the Eddie Bauer High Route Grid Fleece Half Zip Mock. Let me know your thoughts and comments below, and I'll be back soon with another review.